Eye contact can be terrifying. For some people, looking at another person in the eyes for just a few seconds feels completely normal. For others, this could be like a traumatic experience. Your heart starts racing, your mind goes blank, you forget what you wanted to say, and sometimes that fear becomes overwhelming and you just want to escape. I know that feeling because I've experienced it many times. But here's something important I've learned. The audience isn't usually your biggest problem. The problem is often what's happening between your ears. It's a mental situation. Today, I'm going to show you how introverts can make eye contact with confidence without pretending to be extroverts. Hi, I'm Marie-José from Powerful Communication. In today's video, I will show you how introverts can make eye contact naturally and confidently, whether you're giving a speech, speaking at work, participating in a meeting, or simply speaking with friends or family. But let's start with one important truth. Public speaking is not dangerous. It's not going to hurt you. It's not going to make you sick either. Though, some people probably feel sick to their stomach right before they have to give a speech or speak in front of an audience. Why? Because fear is powerful. Very often, we build ourselves a prison right here, and we throw away the key. But the fear of public speaking is not usually about speaking. It's about being judged. It's about worrying about what other people think of us. And for introverts, that feeling can increase probably 100 folds. When an introvert stands in front of an audience and tries to make eye contact, the mind can start producing all kinds of negative thoughts. They think, I'm a terrible speaker. They don't like the way I look. They're criticizing my clothes. They're bored. My message isn't important. I have nothing valuable to say. I look awkward. I sound awkward. I just want this whole thing to be over. The problem is that these thoughts feel real. But most of the time, if you think about it, they're not reality. They're just assumptions. Meanwhile, the audience is probably thinking about lunch, their kids, their work schedule, or whether they remember to lock the front door. They're not analyzing every little thing you do. Even if they're judging you, so what? You're there to give a message, not to win a popularity contest. Whether you're giving a speech, leading a meeting, presenting a project at work, or speaking to friends, eye contact creates connection. People trust speakers who look at them. People listen more carefully to speakers who engage them. It says, I'm talking to you, not I'm talking at you. The good news is, eye contact is a skill, and skills can be learned. Now, let's look at some strategies that could help you improve the way you look at people. Strategy number 1, talk to one person at a time. One of the biggest mistakes nervous speakers make is to try and look at everyone all at once. Now that's overwhelming. Instead, look at just one person. Imagine that person is a good friend. Hold eye contact for about 5 to 6 seconds, long enough to finish one thought. Then move on to the next person and repeat the process. You do this until you finish your speech. Think of this as having several mini conversations instead of having one large and very difficult speech. Suddenly, the audience becomes much more accessible and less intimidating. Strategy number 2, change your target. For some people, holding eye contact for even 5 seconds is almost impossible. You don't have to start there. Many communication experts suggest looking at the forehead, the ridge of the nose, or right between the eyebrows. The audience will still feel like you're making eye contact, and for you, it will feel a lot less stressful. Eventually, as your confidence grows, eye contact will become easier, and that's the goal. Strategy number 3, look at the back of the room. This is a strategy that I have used in the past. As a public speaker, I have had to give many speeches, presentations, coaching sessions, and almost every time I feel nervous, and yes, looking at people making eye contact is difficult for me. So one day I decided instead of looking at just one person, I would look at the back of the room. That way I would be looking at everyone and nobody at the same time. And the further back you look, the easier it becomes because people's faces become a little bit blurred. And this little strategy can be useful at the beginning of a presentation when your nerves are at the highest. Now, some people may ask, what is the best place to look? Is it the forehead, the bridge of the nose, or between the eyebrows? Well, it depends on how you feel. Is it better for you to look at the forehead or in between the eyes? It depends. For some people, even looking at the nose or the bridge of the nose feels too close to eye contact, so they will concentrate on the forehead. And it's perfectly all right. So there is no perfect spot. Whatever feels better to you. The goal here is connection, not perfection. Here are some exercises you can practice at home. Before speaking in public in any situation, practice eye contact in a safe environment. Try these exercises. Look at yourself in the mirror. Talk about anything, something that you really like a movie or a novel or whatever interests you. And talk for about 1-2 minutes or as long as you feel. Once you get comfortable, try recording yourself with your smartphone. Again, repeat the same process. Speak for 1 or 2 minutes, but the good thing with a camera is that when you look at yourself in the mirror, very often you don't realize that your eyes are wandering away, that you move your head, you look down, or you look sideways, and you can't see yourself. But if you record yourself, you'll be able to notice those things. And when you see those little quirks, you can correct yourself. Third, choose the biggest room in your house or your apartment and put different objects in different locations. And again, talk about anything you want to talk and take a few seconds to talk to each object, just as if you were talking to a friend or a member of the audience. Once you've finished one thought with one object, move on to the next object and continue until you have spoken to all the people in your room. This will help you train your eye contact in a natural way. Also, a good thing is, since you're alone, you don't have to impress anybody, nobody's watching you. Try and enjoy the process. And that's the idea. Let's talk about something very important and positive. Introverts often underestimate themselves because introverts usually feel more comfortable in quiet environments. They often become excellent listeners. And listening is one of the most powerful skills anyone can develop. Great listeners understand people. They notice details. They pick up on emotions. They ask thoughtful questions. Introverts often bring empathy, insight, and awareness into conversations. Those are not weaknesses. They are strength. If you want to improve your public speaking skills, here are a few tips you might want to try. Tip number 1 is be comfortable with who you are. You don't need to be somebody else. You don't need to sound like a motivational speaker. You don't need to imitate famous speakers either. Think about people like Oprah or Tony Robbins, just to name a few. They learned, they practiced, they improved. Most importantly, they found their own voice. And they don't look nor sound like anybody else. In fact, other people try to imitate them. But at some point, they probably felt awkward too. So stop trying to sound like somebody else. Find your own voice. That's where true confidence comes from. Tip number 2, manage your energy. Let me tell you a personal story. A few years ago, the night before a speech contest I took part in, we had a party and it was buffet style, and on those tables there was a lot of delicious looking foods and drinks. But I knew I had an important choice to make. I wanted to perform at my best the next day. So I avoided all kinds of foods that could make me sluggish, and of course, I didn't drink 1 drop of alcohol. After the party, instead of going to the second and third parties, I went back to my hotel room, took it easy, relaxed, read some material about public speaking, and went to bed early to have a restful night. The next day, woke up early, had a light breakfast, and then a little bit before the speech contest, I sat by myself in a quiet area and I practiced breathing exercises. When it was finally time to speak, I was calm. Yeah, I was nervous, but calm. I was focused and I was prepared. And I won. But what I learned from that experience is that confidence doesn't begin on stage. Confidence begins in preparation. Tip number 3. If you're giving a presentation, preparation is your best friend. But be careful though. Don't memorize every single word of your presentation. That actually can increase your nervousness, your anxiety. If you forget just one word, one sentence, your brain starts to panic. Instead, create bullet points. Know your main ideas very well. Then practice speaking naturally. Each time you rehearse, you'll use slightly different expressions and words. That's perfectly fine. And in fact, that's how you're going to develop your own personal speaking style. And eventually, your presentation will become part of you. And one more thing, remove all complicated words. They may be very beautiful. However, if you're struggling to pronounce them during your presentation, that may cause you to forget parts of your speech. So you want to avoid those difficult to pronounce words. Remember one thing, a speech is spoken, it is not written. So choose the best and simplest words for you to use. Let's be honest, public speaking doesn't come naturally to most people, not to introverts, not to extroverts. The difference is that confident speakers decide to step outside of their comfort zone, and that is exactly what I want you to do. Work on your mindset, manage your energy, practice consistently, take small steps, and remember that making eye contact is not about being perfect. It's about creating connection. Your ideas matter, your experiences matter, and there are people who need to hear what you have to say. So don't hide your voice, share it. One conversation, one presentation, one person at a time. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, share it with someone who struggles with public speaking or making eye contact. And now I'd love to hear from you. Let me know in the comments below if you think making eye contact is difficult or easy. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.